What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to like, subscribe down below. Also, please check out my GoFundMe to help me raise some money for my cancer treatments. So this video is going to be a continuation of parts 1 and 2. In part 1 of my Fighting Cancer series, I was talking about my diagnosis primarily. In part 2, I talked about the conversation I had with my pulmonologist, and this is part 3. I am going to be going over what happened with the pulmonologist when I came back 6 weeks later, and the conversation that I had with the breast surgeon as well as the neurologist. Just to give you a brief overview of my situation, I was in an accident in 2020 that left me with extensive neurological issues that are so bad that they affect both my eyes and my right leg, as well as many other things. It has made my situation extremely complicated to the point that even the specialists don't know what to do. So in part 2 of my Fighting Cancer series, I went over the conversation with the pulmonologist, and what I brought to his attention was that when I first got diagnosed, my following next doctor's appointment was at my ENT and allergy place. And I asked them to redo my breathing test because I knew that this would be an issue if I had to get surgery to remove my tumor. So when I redid my test at my ENT and allergy place, this is what happened. So now we're gonna see if anything I've been doing lung exercises as well. So we're gonna see if anything I've been doing has helped increase my lung capacity.
You don't have an asthma, right?
I have bruised lungs from my accident. Right here.
Okay.
So the first test that we're gonna be performing is a FBL. So this test, you're gonna take a deep breath in, and then you're gonna blow as much as you can, like you're blowing a balloon. Fine, we're gonna pass this test and you're gonna get your surgery, watch. So the only uncomfortable part about this test is you only have to breathe through your mouth. You have to cover your nose, okay? So cover your nose, put this in your mouth, don't bring it out. Okay, inside, take a deep breath and blow. And blow, 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 keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, blow, blow, deep breath in and out. Good, perfect. All right, we're gonna go to the second test. So cover your nose and just breathe normal.
Now exhale. Keep breathing out.
Third test that we're gonna be doing is gonna be like you breathing like you about to give birth. And just good. This test, you're gonna breathe normal for the 5-10 seconds, and then you're gonna have to inhale all your air and hold it for 8 seconds. After 8 seconds, you're just gonna take a deep breath, okay? Whoa, you're gonna blow it out. Just breathe normal. Good. You're gonna take a deep breath in.
Hold on. Blow.
Blow. Active.
Blow.
Blow.
Keep going. Good. Keep going.
Keep going, 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 keep going.
Deep breathe in.
Deep breath in. Hold.
8 seconds.
Out. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good.
That's it.
Good.
That's perfect.
How was it?
It was rough. It was this part of my chest hurts so
I
much.
know.
That got hurt.
That's why the medicine going to open up your lung now.
How long is it,
Huh? You're gonna wait 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I change.
Repeat the breathing test.
Okay, this is the final step. So we're gonna repeat the first test again. So that means you're gonna take a deep breath and then you're gonna blow out like you blowing a balloon. Cover your nose and take a deep breath and blow. Blow, 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 keep going, 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 keep going. Deep breath in. And blow, blow, blow. Please blow faster, a little bit faster.
A little faster out.
Cover your nose. Deep breath in. And blow. Blow, 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 blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. No. And blast out. Blast, 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 blast. Deep breath in and blast, 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 blast. Good job. High five.
Thank you.
So I guess we're done with me.
Yeah, I feel blue in the face.
Don't get the results today because they have to check and all of that.
So I ended up redoing my ENT and allergy test, which I had gotten tested at the beginning of my accident, and I was breathing at a rate of 50%. The doctors tried to increase my dosage of medication to bring my breathing rate up, and from the accident to about a year or two later, I was breathing at 58%. And now from last year to this year, I am increased my breathing from 58% to 61%. The last test that I took right as I got my cancer diagnosis. So if you look at the far right corner of the graph, you will see that it says I breathe at 61%. If you look at the dotted lines on the graph, this is where a normal person's breathing rate is. If you look at the lines below that, it shows three dark black lines, and those were my 3 attempts to redo my breathing test, and they all came out to 61%. The problem with this is that because I breathe significantly less than the normal person should be breathing, which is at the dotted line, it complicates my cancer situation as far as getting surgery. Even if you look at the top right of this paper, you will see that it says I have the lungs of an 84-year-old smoker. And it also says that I have a high chance of getting COPD. Nothing which helps my situation. The pulmonologist then tried to increase my dosage of medication. He put me on oral medication as well as increasing my inhaler to try to improve my lung capacity within 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, I was supposed to do the pulmonary lung function test again at his facility. This same test was conducted at 2 separate facilities. 6 weeks later, I redid the breathing test. After the breathing test, I felt significantly lightheaded, and they had to move me to a room because I felt like I was going to faint. Yeah, I feel blue in the face. They had to put a cold water napkin on my forehead and just leave me there because I was not doing well from trying so hard. I had to come back for the test results to see if the medication and the new inhaler would increase my lung capacity. And when I came back to see the pulmonologist again, he unfortunately told me that 6 weeks with increased medication, that my lungs made no significant change. I'm still breathing at the rate of 61%. So he said in my situation that there's no choice but to approve me for surgery, because if we wait until I reach the necessary oxygen levels of 75% to operate, then we could be waiting a very long time. Again, my accident happened in 2020, and in 2020 I was breathing at 50%, and now it's 2023 and I'm breathing at 61%. So how many more years would it take for me to get to 75%? And I have a growing tumor in my left breast that needs to be taken out. My tumor is still pretty small, so if I take it out now, I'll still get to keep my breast, but if I wait years and years, I might end up losing my breast. After I got medical clearance from my pulmonologist, it wasn't very assuring, but having no choice, I went back to my breast surgeon to discuss the results with her. The surgeon goes over my breathing results, and I did not bring the paper in from the ENT allergy place. So she's just looking at my oxygen resting rate, which is at 99%. So she feels like it's not an issue. I expressed my concerns to the breast surgeon about doing surgery because of my pulmonary lung function, and my test was retested at 61%. She said because my resting room air is at 99%, that I should be good to go for surgery. When you get diagnosed with breast cancer, there's 3 possible incisions they could make while doing a lumpectomy if your breast is a candidate to be saved. The first incision they can make is under your breast, the second incision they can make is a semicircle around your areola, and the third incision is through your armpit. So being that my cancer is very close to my nipple, they're going to be making the semicircle around my nipple and then a second incision under my armpit. The incision around my areola will allow them to remove my tumor, and the second incision, they are going to be taking 3 lymph nodes from my armpit and testing them to see if the cancer has spread into my lymph nodes. So far, chemo has been off the table, and the MRI showed that the cancer has not spread into my lymph nodes. However, if I get this surgery and it shows that it has spread into my lymph nodes, then they would recommend that I do chemo, which again, I cannot do because I have extensive nerve damage. So it puts me in a very, very crazy situation where I'm just like, I don't know what the best thing to do is here, and neither do the doctors. When you get cancer, the doctors know that the primary course of treatment is surgery, chemoradiation, and then hormone therapy. With my situation, this is like extremely conflicting with everything. So this is the reason why I've been looking into the holistic route. And I discussed with the surgeon the situation about my breathing, and I tell her I'm breathing at 61%. And she says, if you were breathing at 61%, you'd be fainting all the time. Honey, let me tell you about my life the past 3 years and how well acquainted I am with ammonia packets. She says my resting air is at 99%. So this is really weird and contradictory, because if my pulmonary function wasn't an issue for surgery, the pulmonologist would have not denied me for surgery 2 months ago. I would have been already had my surgery. There is a discrepancy here. Now I'm required to go back to the neurologist and get medical clearance from her. I think they told me that I'm getting general anesthesia for my surgery, and general anesthesia could cause seizures as well as strokes for up to a year after surgery. So I have to get medical clearance from her and see what she says about my situation, because I'm such a medical mystery. Neurologist asked me for a list of all the medications that I'm taking, and for me it was just easier to go into my wallet and take out my emergency medical card, which I showed you guys about in a previous video how I do that. I was able to just pull this list out and hand it to her, which has all my emergency medical information on it, should I have to go back to the emergency room. She says, why are you breathing at 61%? So I said to her, my skeletal muscular system was damaged in my accident in 2020. She says, well, it's interesting that your pulmonary function test is at 61% and your resting air rate is at 99%. Because if you were breathing in only 61% of oxygen, how is it distributing throughout your body at 99%? This is another mystery, Scooby-Doo. She clears me for surgery. The EEG test that I had in October showed no signs of seizures. Then the one that I had in March also showed no signs of seizures. And whenever I would get hospitalized, the CAT scan would show no signs of strokes. Without knowing which ones I'm having for sure when I get these neurological episodes, it puts my oncologist in a precarious situation where she cannot prescribe me hormone therapy because this is an unknown information. So if she prescribes me something that triggers a stroke, I can end up in a lot of trouble. There isn't enough time to do this EEG overnight test before my surgery, so it's going to have to wait until after my surgery. In between surgery and seeing the oncologist, I'm going to have this EEG test. It's like a really scary situation to be in, the one that I'm in. So I don't know what's gonna happen next, you guys. I'm really, really scared. Please check out my GoFundMe. Please consider donating. I'm a very humble person. I will not think you're cheap if all you have is $5 to give. I literally, if a bunch of people put in $5, it would help me so much more with my goal than people saying, oh, I'm gonna wait to get some money to donate. I'd rather just that you donate what you can right now. It would help me out so much, because more than likely I'm going to have to seek alternative cancer treatment after my surgery is over, if I live. That is all I have for you guys today, and I will see you in the next video.